Hey guys, SelsRoyalNavy here. I know it's dark in here, guys. I apologize. I meant to do this video earlier while I was at my house when it was light out and there was sunlight coming through my window, but I forgot. So I'm doing it now. Hey, consider it a blindness simulator. Anyways, so something big happened recently. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you already know about it. But if you're not, or if you follow me on Instagram, you also know about it. But I have decided to change my name, my first name. Now, this is not going to affect my username because, well, I'll explain my username here in a few minutes. But as you can see from my YouTube channel, my first name is Sarah, or was. I need to change that if I can figure out how. Hopefully it's not that difficult. I never liked that, even when I was a kid. I always wanted to be called something different. You know, I went through a phase, I think I wanted to be called, I don't know, Eleanor or something. I wanted to be called Ida. I mean, there were so many different names I wanted to go by when I was a kid. So I never liked it much, even as a kid. And as I got older and realized exactly how common the name was, I liked it even less because as you guys know, I don't want to be just another one of them, if that makes any kind of weird sense. And if you hear anything in the background, I'm sorry. I'm at my sister's. We're having Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I decided to stay the night with them, and they've got several dogs and a 4-year-old, so, and cats, but cats don't typically make as much noise. So anyways, I've decided to go by Diana. You might be thinking, what is she thinking? Diana's a common name. Well, it's not as common in my age group as Sarah. Like, it got to the point, especially when I was in school, if I heard someone yell Sarah, unless I knew their voice, I didn't even like turn my head. I didn't tune in at all because there were just so many. And it seemed like every time I met somebody, they were like, oh, I have a cousin or a friend or a, I don't know, psychic named Sarah. You know, point is, everybody knew a Sarah, and it was so cringy. But Diana, like I said, does not seem nearly as common in my age group. I'm sure there's a few floating around, but I'm sure there's not as many Dianas as there are Sarahs. I'd have to research that. But I don't think I've ever met a Diana in my age group. I'm sure they're around, but I've never met one, and that's a good sign. Also, I worship Artemis, the Greek goddess of the moon and the hunt and the wild and fertility, and I can't even remember what else. I think those are the 4 major things. And when the Romans sort of hijacked the Greek gods, they renamed Artemis Diana. And, you know, so that's one of the major draws for that name. And I don't know, I think it fits me. I just feel like a Diana. I started using it a couple weeks ago. My roommate and I were just talking about our names, and I was like, man, I really wish I could change my name. And she's like, well, what would you change it to? And I just said Diana. I had no second thoughts. I just knew. And I was like, what I would really like to do is like have a few people call me that to make sure I like it. And she said, well, I can. Bless her heart. And the more she called me that, the more I liked it. So this past Thursday was my birthday, and my mom took me out to dinner, and when we were in the car, I told her about it. She was a little unnerved, I think, at first, but she's beginning to accept it. It's probably going to take her a while to fully remember to call me that, but that's okay. I can handle that. If people accidentally use my birth name, I don't care. But oh, I thought I heard be back. But she is okay with it. And I did not, you know, I told her, you know, the only one I told before her was my roommate. And that was when it was more of an idea. And my mom was basically like, well, okay. So I changed it on Facebook on Friday. And so now, for all intents and purposes, my name is Diana. Now, I haven't made any legal changes yet, and I won't until probably the beginning of next year. Just in case I have a change of heart. I don't think I will, but just in case. I'm not going to make any legal changes just yet, which means going to the doctor is going to not be very much fun because they're going to call out my birth name, but you know, that's okay. That's what happens. But yeah, heck, I even had someone last night tell me that I sound more like a Diana, and I was like, yes, I love it. Yeah. So about my username, some people were kind of confused. I had a couple of people think that I was in the Royal Navy, which I'll be honest, I didn't even know that was a thing before someone asked me that. I think it was on Periscope. But no, SelsRoyalNavy. Okay, so Sel is for Selena Gomez. Royal is an homage to Lord's song Royals, and Navy is the name of Rihanna's fan base. They're called the Rihanna Navy, and they're my 3 favorite artists, so therefore SelsRoyalNavy. That was actually my mom's idea, believe it or not. This was, gosh, like 9 years ago, and I was trying to think of a new Twitter name that would accurately represent my fandoms, and she was like, what about Selena's Royal Navy? And I was like, I think that might be a little long for Twitter, but SelsRoyalNavy would work. And you know, it stuck, and I still like it. So my username has not changed. However, my first name has changed. So from here on out, I'm Diana. Yeah, if you're in the USA, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If not, I hope you have a great Thursday. Hopefully whatever holidays you celebrate in December, if any, you have a great one. And yeah. I will try to come back soon to do more like life updates and stuff like that. So yeah, sorry about the darkness. I don't know how well you can see me, if at all. But I just wanted to let you guys know about that because I'm really excited. I've literally been going by Diana for like 5 days and I'm already happier. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon.